So Justice Secretary Alex Chalk is set to unveil a series of reforms to sentencing later today here. This includes deporting more foreign prisoners under plans to tackle the prison overcrowding crisis.
Yes, so foreign criminals can be removed up to a year before the end of their sentence. So this will be brought forward by 6 months under the new plans. This is in a move the government claims will save £70,000 per inmate.
Good news, I guess. Joining us now is human rights lawyer Shoaib Khan. Good morning, Shoaib. Good to see you again. Just explain to us how this will change the current system. In what sort of way?
Hi, good morning. Well, to be honest, I mean, it's an announcement by a Tory Justice Secretary, so we're not sure what will actually happen. Will it actually happen? What they're actually going to do? So it's hard to say. But obviously the plan seems to be that finally the Tories, as usual, the last two, have woken up to the fact that our prisons are now full. The party of law and order, the party of lock everyone up for years. And even just a few weeks ago, what we've been hearing from them is, them advising and instructing judges, lock up shoplifters, lock up everyone. And now suddenly they realize, well, there's no space to lock everyone up. And it's costing us hundreds, millions every year. And there's no point doing so. So what will happen essentially, like you said, for now, the law says that up to a year before someone completes a sentence in the UK, they can be deported to the country of origin. Now the plan is to bring that 6 months ahead so that 18 months before someone completes a sentence here, they can be deported.
Why can't we deport someone straight away when they've committed a crime, Shoaib?
Well, that just depends on the criminal justice system. The point is that what we really want? I mean, I guess in a way, we can justify that by that, because when we look at what the aims and the targets of the criminal justice system and of prison are, including rehabilitation, including reducing reoffending and so on. But obviously, in all honesty, like we know, and like the Justice Secretary finally admitted today, that's not really happening. No one's being rehabilitated. No one's actually, reducing reoffending. In fact, we send someone to prison once, and then, we find out that's just a spiral, and they're in prison, regularly after that. So from that point of view, yes, I mean...
Sorry to interrupt, Shoaib, but what about the question Bev asked about deporting foreign criminals? Why isn't this happening? You're a human rights lawyer. Have you ever defended a foreign criminal? Is it a case that their human rights will take primary concern, i.e. if they have family here, or they can make the claim that they would be treated badly in their country of origin? Why are currently so few foreign criminals sent back to their country of origin? Because I'm looking at the statistics here and it says more than 1 in 9 prisoners, that's 10,500 out of 88,000, are foreign national offenders. A lot of people won't understand why they're in our prisons.
Well, the first thing is, like I was saying, we have to look at what the aims of, theoretically at least, of prison are. So the point is, just because, if someone's committed an offence here, we can't just say, without rehabilitating, without doing anything to them, just send them to another country and that's fine. I think that's actually quite selfish, where we just say, go back home, we don't care who you are, a murderer, rapist, we don't want you in this country, but, go be free in another country. So I think that's quite wrong anyway.
But it's not another country, secondly, it's their country of origin, though, isn't it, Shoaib?
Well, it depends. Many of these people have been in the UK many, many years. Many of them came as children, as toddlers. So it just depends what we say of, their country of origin, what we mean by their country. This is the country that made them what they are. So we do have to take some responsibility for that. Having said that, the reason why there are, and as we've seen, I think the statistics, again, being republished today, in the past 5 years, I think it's fallen by half, the number of foreign criminals being deported. And that's mainly down to, Tory incompetence. And it's that area that the Justice Secretary is saying that, they want to bring it forward. But the point is, already when they have 3 years, someone's in prison, still, at the very last day, they suddenly wake up the Home Office routinely and then realize, oh, we need to be doing something to deport this person. And then what do? Of course, you're going to have to let them free. So the point is the Home Office actually needs to start doing these things. As soon as someone is sentenced, we realize, okay, this is someone we can potentially deport. Let's start the process.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, that never happens.
But I guess that's what we're agreeing on, is that that's what we want to happen, that if somebody who is not born here, and you say, this country creates these murderers and these rapists, I would very much disagree. I think the individual takes responsibility. for their actions to some degree. I understand that people are, we interviewed a couple of amazing guys earlier that work with people who have been rehabilitated, who've been grown up in poverty and in care, in destitution, and have got in with addictions or the wrong sorts of people. But I do think there is some of this rhetoric around, well, we need to rehabilitate people who have come here, committed an awful crime as a murder or a rape, and then it's our responsibility to rehabilitate that person at great expense to the taxpayer. That's the conversation we should be having, Shoaib, isn't it?
I mean, well, it just depends. I think at some point we need to, stop thinking of ourselves, just as British, just as English, just as the Western world. At some point, at some level, we are all human. The point is, just because
Shoaib, sorry, that is just nonsense. That is just total nonsense. You cannot live with a global justice system. We pay for prisons in this country. That is what our taxpayer money goes to. The question is whether we want that money to be going towards foreign criminals, and I would argue, and I would feel that I'm right on this one, that the vast majority of British people do not want their money to be going towards prison and rehabilitation for foreign criminals.
I mean, if the argument we're having is, our prison's far too expensive, then yes, because as the Tories do with everything, there's private contractors, we just give them absolute billions of pounds and get nothing in return.
Yeah,
just Wandsworth prison, the prison that someone just, a prisoner escaped from recently and was recaptured. An independent report after that said, it's inhumane, the conditions in that, it's unsafe. The point is it's unsafe for the staff, it's unsafe for the prisoners. We can't just keep locking people up just to win votes. And I mean, it's good we're finally having this discussion. It took the Tories long enough. But if that's what your point is, let's reduce the people in prison, then I completely agree with that, of course.
OK, thank you. Human rights lawyer Shoaib Khan there. Let us know your thoughts on that.
Got me a little bit riled up there. I don't think we have a responsibility to the world and its criminals. I'm sorry.
Not ready to step quite into this global, this new global vision of the world. Yeah, I'm not.